All right. Do you tend to be more or less adventurous in the bedroom than past partners?
Lay
it on me. Take a sip for this one.
I mean, this is a bad answer. I think we're equal. Like, I'm a very...
Boo.
No. Let me change my answer. Fucking peanut gallery over here. All right. More, obviously. My name is Jack Kailey, and I am 28 years old. I've been blessed to date some amazing women. I've been in many short-term relationships, some medium length, and then a handful of long-term relationships. So I think I've learned a lot from all of the women that I've dated, but I've been single for about 8 months now, and just kind of going on casual dates over the past 8 months. But I think at this point in my life, I'm very intentionally dating, intentionally dating to find someone that I could see a long-term future with.
My name is Kailey and I'm 24. A brief summary of my dating history is kind of crazy. I feel like the men in Denver aren't really receptive to dating here, so it's been kind of hard, but I mean, I'm definitely open to finding new connections. I think that some of the people have been really fun and outgoing and also have been kind of weird, so.
What am I hoping to get out of this date? A great conversation. I think in any first date, you're looking for a feeling. Like, do they make you feel like you can be yourself around them? Do they have qualities that you want to continue to get to know and learn more about? So I'm just looking for a, great conversation and, a feeling.
I'm just looking for a genuine connection. Honestly, if it ends up is that we be friends, that's totally fine. But I mean, I am looking to date more intentionally. So if this does blossom into something, that'd be really exciting. But if it's not, then, at least I got to meet a new person, have a new experience.
Hello.
Hey. Nice
Kailey.
to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I'm glad to be here with you. This is great.
Yeah, I'm super excited to experience
Both
this
of our
journey
first
with
time
you.
in front of a camera?
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
All right.
Very
no
nervous.
pressure. Good. Well, should we start with a cheers?
Yes.
With our grass drinks? Cheers. I'll let you start if you want to. I haven't read a single question yet.
What's your go-to lie when leaving a bad date?
My go-to lie when wanting to leave a bad date. Ooh. Usually I would blame my friends, like someone's in trouble.
Yeah.
And I need to go help them, or like I need to, just get out of it through a friend. Because I don't want to obviously put it on them at all.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of one where I had a bad date where I've used an excuse to get out of it. Typically, you can just feel it, I feel like.
Yeah.
If it's not going well, I feel like usually it's mutual. It's like, okay, they can tell too.
Yeah.
So they're not that upset if you come up with an excuse, but I don't know. I don't like to lie, though. I guess that's the only thing. It's like, there's no reason to lie. Just be honest with someone.
Just be straight up.
Yeah.
Be like, actually, I'm not interested in you.
Exactly.
I don't think that we're compatible.
Yeah, I'd say nicer than that.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Okay. Let me read these quick. If you were to call your ex and ask them to get back together, would they?
I don't know. Honestly, the way that things ended, I feel like I am definitely not interested in that, but I feel like he would want to, but I am definitely far past that. It's just that ship has sailed. I feel like our relationship was super good and very healthy, but just at the end we kind of had a fallout and we didn't want the same things, so it was good.
How long ago was this?
A year and a half.
A year and a half. Okay.
Yeah. So
You should call him up.
absolutely not.
let's test this out right now. Yeah. Have you talked to him since? Are you guys like cordial, or is it?
No, I mean, we're cordial. Like he checked in on me a couple times, just being like, hey, like, I hope you're happy if you find somebody. So it was very like a healthy ending, Yeah. I don't really like when relationships end badly and it's like, oh, my ex is crazy, or like this happened. Like, I will say, like, I learned a lot from that relationship. It was definitely something that like brought me to a place of clarity of like what I want, what I don't want in a relationship. But that was definitely like a chapter of my life that I have closed, and I'm just ready to accept what it was, but I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's good. It can be tough. I get that. Like I've had exes who have tried to reach back out and get and at least talk or try to get, and you almost have to just reject it because I mean I do. That's how I take it.
Yeah,
like,
no, I do too. Well, and I think that you can only give people a certain amount of opportunity, and like once they show their true colors and like have consistently shown you like how they're going to behave, it's not really worth investing in my time personally. So I would much rather like grow, like take what I learned from the experience and just move on. So
yeah, I feel like once I make up my mind, I'm very decisive.
Yeah, no, me too. If he called, I'd say hell no. To put it in perspective.
We'll test that at the end.
Yeah.
I'll let you.
What's the worst or most chaotic date you've ever been on?
I don't know that any of them were chaotic, but I've got probably 2 dates that were really bad. And it wasn't because of the girl. So I've actually been on a blind date before, and that one was a true blind date. I was golfing with a random guy.
Yeah. And
at the end of the round, he said, I have a sister-in-law who's single, and I'm sure she would be interested in going on a date. And I was like, okay, I guess I'm probably down. So he gave me her contact information. I reached out, kind of explained the situation. And so I hadn't seen her at all, like pure blind date. I go on this date, kind of a casual, just like, let's go get drinks. And I kind of knew like we weren't really vibing, which is fine. But at one point I went to the bathroom. This is kind of embarrassing. I went to the bathroom and I went to the urinal and I accidentally started, like, I peed all down my pants accidentally.
No.
Like I wasn't looking. I had a couple of drinks and I wasn't paying attention and looked down. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And I had
I just pissed myself.
So I walked out and was like, it was great to meet you. I don't feel well. Just had to leave, was trying to hide it.
Yeah.
So that's one that I think about.
Yeah.
I'm like, lock in, going to the bathroom. Come on.
Yeah.
That one was rough. But early on when I was dating right out of college, I invited a girl to see a movie. First date. You never do that.
No, you can't talk.
We showed up. We didn't even meet for drinks before. We showed up. We sat down. It was a Quentin Tarantino 3-hour Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I think she fell asleep during the movie. Like she hated it. And we left the movie, didn't talk at all, and just went our separate ways. Never saw her again. That was pretty horrible. So those are 2 horror stories, but not chaotic. Just
I can bring the chaos. No
you got
worries.
it? Okay, let me hear it.
So I went on a date one time with this guy, and like we hit it like he was super friendly and we hit it off and it was good. Like we got drinks, went to dinner, whatever, and then we went out after, and then we met out with a couple of his buddies, and we were all like hanging out, having a good time. We're like, hey, if you want to come to my place after, like it's totally fine. We can hang out, get to know each other more. And so we came over and he brought 2 of his friends, and one of his buddies was gone. Like he was shit-faced, and he fell down our stairs and like was covered in tequila, and he came into my room and he's like, I don't know. And I was like, dude, it's 6 a.m. It's time to go to bed. Like put the bottle down. Here's some water. Here's some bread. Like, I don't know if you want me to order an Uber or what. And so he just went completely off the rails, ended up stealing my date's shoes. Okay, this is important later. He stole his shoes in the middle of the night. And then the cops got called because the guy that I was with literally was like, he just stole my shoes. They're from Italy. They were $1,500, like literally called in his shoes. Okay. And I was like, what is happening? And so then the cops showed up at like 5 o'clock in the morning. They're like, what's going on? Like, we don't know what's happening. And it was just super crazy. And so like fast forward to the next day, the guy hid his shoes like half a block away from my house in somebody's yard, and they're like on their fence. And so we found it, but like that morning he didn't know where his shoes were. So we literally went out to breakfast and he came barefoot. And
my God.
Yeah, it was just a whole thing. But I was like, dude, like the cops and all the things, I was like, never again.
Wow.
So
this was the first date?
Yeah.
You hung out till 6 a.m.
The first time that I met him, he was up till 6 a.m. Friend crashed out and he lost his shoes. And I was like, Cool.
Let's get breakfast.
Yeah, let's go
talk
get
this
breakfast.
Wow. Yeah, that's more chaotic than mine.
Yeah. I don't know. I have a few more, but
did you go on a second date? That's
Absolutely
the question.
not.
No.
Absolutely not.
We hung out that night.
He had shoes the next time.
He did. Okay. $1,500 Italians.
Yeah.
Damn.
Whose turn? I think it's mine. What are your dating intentions?
Oh my gosh, what are my dating intentions? We started with this at the intro. I have been in several relationships, long-term, short-term, medium-term, with amazing women. And I think at this point in my life, I am looking for like my life partner. So I'm pretty intentional with my dating, in that I'm looking for qualities that I think I would see in someone who's going to be my long-term wife, a good mother to future children. I would like to have a family.
Yeah.
So I'm very intentional in looking for those things now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I appreciate a casual date, like have a good time. I'm not putting a ton of pressure on it, but ultimately I think I'm dating to marry. So that's, that's the mindset I go into it. But it's hard because sometimes you make snap judgments, I think, on first dates. And I'm guilty of that for sure. Which you kind of have to, I've learned to be a little bit more passive and say, okay, like I'll give someone another chance. Maybe I didn't feel it initially, but it could work out. But yeah, I think I'm intentionally dating.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. I would also say I'm in the same boat. I've been casually dating for like about the last year. I want to say it's like after I got out of the relationship, like I took like 1.5 to 2 years to just focus on myself and like fully go into my healing journey and everything. And now like casual dating is just so hard in Denver. Like I feel like Denver is called Menver. A lot of the men want to be chased. They're not really willing to like pursue. Like I'm definitely looking for somebody who can lead. Like a lot of the men that I've talked to, I feel like just don't really have those qualities. Like I want you to be able to lead me. And when I say lead, I'm not just talking about like financially. Like I can provide for myself financially. Like I want to have a safe space to like have an emotional, like masculine space for you to be like, hey, like you had a bad day. Like let's talk about it. And, like I need somebody who's emotionally intelligent and is willing to hear me out and hold space for my feelings as I will for you. Because I also don't think that like in a relationship, it's just like 100 all the time. Like sometimes I'm only going to be able to give like 50 and you're going to have to pick up the other half or, whatever that is. So I'm definitely looking for someone who wants to pursue me, like take me on dates, really get to know me, because I do feel like I'm a person who has a lot of depth. I feel like an onion that got a lot of layers to me. If you just crack in a little bit, you'll figure out what you can find. So I'm over the casual. I'm also like looking for a partner. I want to be a mom one day and have a family and all of those things. So it's very important to me to like find somebody who doesn't just like want to be a boyfriend, but who also like wants to be a father and like, invest in something that could be a lifetime. So yeah.
I love it. Good.
Yeah.
That's a great question.
And yeah, with that, we are going to wrap up the appetizer questions, move on to the main course. These will get a little deeper, a little more intimate. How's the date going so far?
Good.
You guys having fun?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's very
for sure.
like introspective,
Yeah.
like you get these questions and you're like,
Yeah.
okay.
I know, I really got to open my deep thinking brain. But
So like
I
questions
know.
I normally
know,
probably
right?
wouldn't ask on a first date.
Yeah.
Or at least, initially, but that's okay.
I feel like it's the best way to get to know somebody though, is just being
Why waste
vulnerable
time?
and just crack it open, get into it.
Yeah. Okay. Want me to go?
Yeah.
All right.
What are you most passionate about right now?
Ooh, okay. What am I most passionate about right now? I think in general, I'm passionate about making really good and strong relationships with people. So I sort of focus a lot of my life around that. Whether it's joining clubs or picking up new hobbies, or I just, everyday life, you go out and you just
What kind
go
of clubs
explore.
are you into?
So I play soccer, like competitively. So I'm on a soccer club in Denver. We play like every Sunday, sometimes train on Wednesdays, but that's a great one. I love soccer. I played my whole life. I have been doing the Sunrise Social, no free ads, but Sunrise Social Club, which is super fun. It's like a little morning, everyone shows up and you do a sauna, cold plunge, coffee, kind of good people.
Cool.
And so that's been fun.
So that just like bring people together?
Yeah, kind of like-minded people. Anyone can show up, but
oh, I love that.
yeah, that's a good one. What other clubs? I was telling you earlier, I have a good group of friends and I guess a variety of groups of friends. So I know that's not a club, but I think we all have different hobbies and passions that we pursue. And I have different relationships with all of those groups.
That's so beautiful. I love that.
Yeah.
I love having a big community.
Yeah, I value that a lot. So yeah, I mean, I guess personally right now, I'm not really passionate about my work. And that's okay. It provides me a great life balance right now. I can enjoy other things that I like to do. I think ultimately I'll find something that I'm really passionate about work-wise that can pay the bills. But I think right now I'm pursuing other things that I like to do. So yeah, relationships I think is what I'm passionate about right now.
Yeah, no, I love that. It's a good answer. Are we asking the question back to me?
I would like to know what are you passionate about right now? Because I think you have something.
Yeah, I don't want to piggyback off of what you said, but also like obviously building relationships. I'm very bubbly, very outgoing, very much like I just want people to feel included and like comfortable in themselves. And kind of like what I mentioned to you earlier, I have this life goal of wanting to open a healing retreat for people and just like really getting to know themselves on a deeper level of like the trauma that they went through, instead of being like, hey, you've been through some really traumatic shit. Let's throw you into therapy. Let's put you on this medication and just see what happens. And like, you know, you'll work through it, you'll get through it. I'm more want to like focus on the root of the problem and like help them overcome the trauma that they've been through, whether that's like inviting parts of yourself, like your younger child, like your what is it? Your inner child, your younger self. I'm butchering that a little bit. Or like the part of you that feels really anxious and depressed, or the part that's like super excited and outgoing and goofy. And like, you know, like maybe that spark, like that part of you kind of died because you've been in a rut for a little bit. So I think it's really important to like go back to your roots of like what made you happy as a kid, or like what made you like, you know what I mean? So when you get to bring that into adulthood and like the lives that we're living now, it really opens up the scope of being like, holy shit, like I don't have to, a lot of people are stuck in like their own limiting beliefs and like what they feel that they deserve. But in reality, like you are worth so much more, but a lot of people just can't give themselves compassion. So I'm definitely very passionate about that and just helping people like get to know themselves on a deeper level to like also explore how they can help other people and like grow in the whole freaking society, because the world is at a scary place right now. So yeah. What are your non-negotiables in dating?
I think I have a lot of non-negotiables.
Hit me.
Oh my gosh. I know. I'm where do I start? I think there's probably a few qualities maybe that I look for, which I would consider non-negotiables. Number one being, do you take care of yourself? And by that, I mean physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Are you actively putting in the work to better yourself?
Yeah.
Because I believe that I do that. And I think there's a great quote that I love. It's, I'll take care of myself for you if you take care of yourself for me. And I believe in that.
I love that.
Like,
that's so sweet.
I
know. Let's give them some.
It's a good answer. It's
smooth over here.
I think it's so true though. It's like you are depending on someone to be the best version of themselves for you. So that's a non-negotiable for me. Like you have to put in the work for yourself. And not to say like you can't have friends and people around you that support you, but that's a big one. I think the second is being kind and caring. And those are basic, qualities, but I think they're qualities of a good mother. It's like, I look for qualities that I would want to pass on to my children, right? So are you kind? Are you caring? Are you genuine and thoughtful? Not just to your friends and family, but to strangers, right?
Yeah.
Like, are you kind to everyone? So those are huge for me, non-negotiables. And then I'll say a sense of adventure. I'm always out and about. I'm very active, and I would need someone, I think, to also be active and have hobbies and passions and interests. And want to go out and explore the world. I'm listing all my non-negotiables. Okay.
No,
I'll say my last one is a great conversationalist. Another quote, I'm big on quotes, is marriage is just one long conversation. And I think it is. You're constantly going to be talking and discussing about different topics and different life experiences. And I think that you have to have someone who is good at conversation. And without that, life gets kind of boring. So those are 4, I guess. Qualities. Good sense of humor helps too.
Always. No, those are good answers. I respect that.
I'm curious if you have some that come to mind.
I mean, kind of. I'm a very open person. So like, honestly, I'm very much like adaptable, but I like loyalty, trust, honesty, that you have a good group of friends, like, which obviously you do. You're very involved in your communities and all of those things. Cause I think that it is important to know that you have like a friend group and people to lean on that like provide a lot of love and support for you. Cause I want that for myself. Like me personally, I have a lot of friends. I'm definitely kind of like, I consider myself the glue in my friendships because I'm always I love bringing people together. So like, I love somebody else who can like also honor that and be like, hey, like your friends are coming, like let's go have a good time, include them. And like same with my family. I won't do inconsistency is like something that I hate because I feel like if you are dating and you're genuinely trying to get to know somebody, like you should be consistent and like pour your energy and time into that, like until, you kind of get to a place where you realize that you're ready. But yeah. Other than that, I think my brain might be flatlining.
What does consistency look like to you? Like, what would good consistency look like?
Consistency is like good communication. Like if we're dating and we're like, out together and you're letting me know like, hey, like I'm going to be out with this person or I'm going to be back at this time or, I want to take you on a date. Like if you, let's say like you love bomb me, right? We start dating and you're like, you're the most beautiful woman in the world I've ever seen. I'm going to get you this. We're going to go on flights to this because I have experienced men that are like that. Like they meet with the first day and they're like, when are we booking our vacation? And I'm like, what's your fucking middle name? Like, let's reel it in a little bit. So, definitely like just like I don't like if you text me and then I have to wait for a text back for like a day or two, I get that people are busy and I'm not like you have to talk to me 24/7 or anything like that, but just mutual respect and like wanting to court me and like take me on dates and like go do fun things together, and like get to know or like a new experience that neither of us have done together or done before that we can experience together. So I really like I need somebody who is adventurous, who is like comfortable in themselves, who is confident, because that's the other thing with me is that I am very social and very bubbly. Like every time that I go out, like I'm always kind of talking to people and bouncing around and being like, hey, like what are you up to? Because like I said, I love to bring people together. So I definitely need somebody who is secure in themselves, not to be like, oh, well, you talk to this guy, instead of being like, no, that's great, babe. Like I'm glad you made a good connection, or like, because obviously there's boundaries. Like if we were actually dating that, hopefully neither of us would cross, but yeah, overall, I think I just want somebody who's going to have fun with me and like be bubbly and loyal and just like we can just learn together and grow together. Like I said, I think that's my biggest thing is that I don't want anybody to come in a relationship and not be able to be your complete self and be your authentic self and like grow into the person that you're aspiring to be. And sometimes we are going to hit some hard patches where like, oh, like, I don't know if I can do this. And then, take a partner and be like, no, I'm going to light a fire under your ass. You got this. So yeah.
No, that's a huge one is being able to feel comfortable being yourself with someone else. Like that can be hard to find, but that's huge. That's definitely a non-negotiable.
Yeah. And like the more you talk to me too, and like my friends know this, like I am weird. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like, I gotta be careful about what I say right now. No, yeah, she be knowing. Like this, I'm a little. Like I said, there's lots of layers.
Deeper
to me.
in the onion.
I know. I be talking in different voices sometimes. It's like scissor slash and leprosy. Like, what are we doing here, guys?
Chat, clip that. Bad
So I'm gonna
chat.
say I can talk very nice and professional, but sometimes it's a questionable to someone. But I gotta be careful what I say.
Get this girl in front of a camera.
Yeah.
He's a natural.
Chameleon.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's very adaptable.
Adaptable. Love it.
Yeah.
Good answer. Okay. I'm gonna go off script.
Uh-oh.
So you told me you have younger siblings. You're the oldest.
Yes.
And I'm also the oldest, so I resonate with
Love
that
that,
a lot. What advice would you give your younger siblings in the dating world? Like coming into, let's say, college or even post-college, what advice would you give them to, I guess, be true to themselves, or just whatever experience you've had? What kind of advice would you give to them?
Yeah. That's a good question. So to preface, I have 3 younger brothers, and the age gap is pretty big. So they are 16, 13, and 10. So we got some time before they be getting girlfriends, but like 2 of them do. And like
know.
Jacob, my middle brother, has had a
16?
consistent girlfriend since like 5th grade. So I already know he's going to be the first one to be married.
Legend.
But you know, like I would tell them to be themselves and like really go for what like sparks their soul, because you want to be with somebody who like challenges you and also makes you feel really good. Because like, I don't know, just also being a girl and like dating and like in high school, even like you have like a certain perception of yourself and like how you want to be and you want to fit in. So I think that it took me personally like a really long time to like grasp my own self of identity and like being comfortable and confident and like being myself and being like, yeah, this is what I like. And so for them, like I really just want them to follow their heart and be happy and invest in relationships that make them feel like really whole and that they feel seen. I don't want them to, you know, run themselves dry or be like, oh my gosh, I'm trying so hard, or, you know, and like obviously relationships all come with something like that, but like my siblings, like I'm very, very protective of my brothers. Like they're all I have. Like they're my sons basically, because I'm the oldest sister. Like I raise these bitches. You're hungry? I made mac and cheese. I hope you remember that. I also wiped your ass. Like, so don't forget, when mom was at home,
That's when I got to skip.
Yeah.
I didn't have to change diapers, luckily.
Yeah,
but
no, I was changing diapers. I was changing a lot, but
Good.
yeah, no.
Motherly qualities.
Yeah, definitely. I just want them to be happy and feel comfortable and confident in themselves and like find like what really like, yeah, I don't know, just makes them passionate, because I just want them to be happy. I want them to succeed. I want them to feel comfortable and happy. I also know they got big sister to call up if anything goes south.
Yeah.
So
I won't mess with you.
Yeah.
That's good. No, I can feel that you love them. Like definitely, it's good to have a great relationship. I mean, you can ask for nothing more than having a good relationship with your family. So, especially being the oldest, like there's a responsibility, I think, there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We're the second parent
to just help them and just be a good person yourself. So
yeah.
Good.
What about you? Can I ask your question back?
Absolutely. Advice I would give, I mean, there's so many pieces of advice I could give.
I know. There's a lot of different layers to it.
I think I've made a lot of mistakes in dating. I think no one owes you anything. Like the world doesn't owe you anything. So coming into relationships, like feeling entitled, or like that they owe you, you know, their time or energy is a bad way to look at it. Because if you're wanting someone to reciprocate and they're not, and you're fighting for it, then it's probably not right. So I think waiting for someone that reciprocates what you're trying to put out is huge.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't come along a lot.
Absolutely.
But when it does, you feel it like immediately.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, this person cares about me. So that's the number one. I think that you can feel that pretty early on, and that's a huge one. But I said it earlier, like just being able to feel like you can be yourself around someone. If there's that gut feeling that you can't, then it's probably not right. Yeah. So, those are mine.
Great answers. Great answers. We're going to switch it on up to the dessert questions.
Are we having fun, people?
We're
having fun. Yeah. How are we doing?
And we're doing really good over here. These questions are a little spicier, you know. Apologize already. Sorry, mom. Sorry, dad. But it's, gonna get into a different realm here. Feel free to answer them how you will.
How you doing? You good?
I'm good.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
What do you find most physically attractive about the person sitting across from you?
You're beautiful. we'll just put that out there. I think you have such a great smile. Like it is definitely infectious.
Thank you.
And your eyes are insane.
Yeah, your eyes are insane. We're literally looking at each other before this.
Came back captivating, seriously. But yeah, I mean, you're beautiful. I could tell you take care of yourself. Like you are well put together. So
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I could say the same. I feel like it's definitely your eyes. Your eyes like bring me in for sure. And honestly, just your personality. Like I even said in the intro, like you just give me very grounding vibes. Like you just seem like somebody who's very in tune with himself and is like comfortable and like being your complete self. And I feel like it's really hard to find somebody who's authentic. So I will say that. And then, yeah, like your eyes, your smile. Like I love the dark features. I don't know. You're definitely cute.
Oh, God. What about my red cheeks now? Oh, God. Good. No, yeah, I feel very comfortable around you. And that's huge. You know, that's everything.
Love that.
So.
It's been so fun.
Cute.
Hey, curveball. When is the last time you guys have kissed someone?
Are you gonna make him kiss again, dude?
No. What time is it? No, I'm kidding.
I mean, Elise, didn't I kiss you the other night? Like, I don't know.
Sorry, I made it so awkward.
No, I know. Beginning.
I think it needs to happen right now.
Beginning of. It's been a while. Beginning of May, I think, was the last time.
Beginning of May?
Beginning of May. I know.
Okay.
Kiss.
It's been a while. Oh.
What about you? What about you?
Right now?
Yeah, right now.
All right. Why don't you guys do a kiss then? You know?
If you're all right with it, sure.
I'm fine with it.
You made him do it on the last one.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
It's getting hot in here.
Was that May? June. What time is it? 6:11.
I think I can.
Your pants look a little tighter there, buddy.
Cut that. No. Okay. Yeah, wait a minute.
That was good. Sneaky.
Was that on here? What was that?
Yeah, I
Was
don't.
Nah, I don't think that
No,
was
I
on
was
there.
just genuinely curious when the last time you guys kissed someone. But that works. That works.
that- Isaac. No.
Dirty dog.
A little hot in here.
Yeah,
nervous?
take it off.
Yeah. All right. Have you been in a toxic relationship? What kind of toxic behavior, if so?
Oh, okay. We're diving in, aren't we? Did you this way? I have been in a toxic relationship. I feel like I don't even know how to answer this question, to be honest. It was
Maybe a better question would be like, what toxic traits do you avoid in a relationship? Like what kind of things would you see and you say, all right, that's
okay.
toxic. Like I'm going to avoid that. It's probably
I
an easier
cannot
one.
put up projecting your own insecurities is a big one for me because like I said, I am a very confident person. I have a big friend group. I'm very social. I'm very bubbly. So like sometimes I've gone on dates with people who are like more insecure about themselves and they're like, oh, well, you were talking to this guy a certain way, or like, oh, but why did you like, whatever with your friends for so long? And like, I know myself very well. I know that when I'm in a relationship and if we are committed and I'm dedicated to, like, I'm loyal through and through. So I definitely need somebody who's secure in themselves. Like if you see me going off and like trying to make other social, because it's networking. Like it's not like I'm going out and like being like, hey, I want to really build like a whole community for both of us to like be like, hey, this person's in da 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 and we can go join this event. So I definitely need somebody who's secure in themselves. I don't like, obviously I talked about consistency, so inconsistency is very big for me. And then also just like having a social group, like someone, like I need to know that you have friends, you have family that you can go vent to, because I think it is really important in a relationship, because obviously we're going to lean on each other and need to communicate about a lot of like really important things, or like if, conversations come up where it's like, hey, I need some advice, or like I need somebody to lean on. It's like if you only have your partner to kind of decipher what you're also thinking about, but you also need validation in your own feelings to like feel seen and heard. I think that's super important personally for me, just because I know that I have that kind of support group. And then we can come together and like, figure it out and bounce things off of each other. So definitely like inconsistency, having a good group of friends. Like I definitely like look for that. If you don't, it's kind of like what's happening here. But yeah, I don't know. I'm looking for something very healthy and loyal and trusting.
We don't like
all
toxic.
the things. So no, we don't like toxic.
No.
I definitely want to feel like safe and comfortable. And I want you to feel that too.
Yeah.
I think it's just as much as important for you to like be safe and emotional and vulnerable as a man, because society tells you guys like, oh, like if you're feeling a certain way, you're feeling sad and you're about to cry, like you're weak. No, that's not true. Like you are very much allowed to hold space for your own emotions. And I want to provide that for you too.
Good.
So,
Because I cry a lot.
yeah, well, me too. Let's go.
Let's go.
What's your biggest turn on?
My biggest turn on. Ooh, my gosh, I have so many.
All right. Well,
I get turned on
tell me a few.
easily. I think my biggest turn on. When people are very physically and verbally affectionate, I get turned on towards me. So if you're like, we didn't talk about love languages at all.
Yeah,
but
that was
like,
going to be my follow-up question, actually.
definitely physical touch, quality time. Those are probably my two, but I've learned I react really well to like a very verbally and physically affectionate person. So if you can verbalize your affection towards me and be genuine about it, but also, have good physical chemistry, that's probably what turns me on the most.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, outside of that, like just a badass woman
Yeah.
turns me on. Like someone who's confident,
Heard.
commands a room, like is very social and can get along with a lot of people. Like those kind of things. Just it's a big turn on.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
I mean, I guess I would agree. I also it is very like I need to feel emotionally stimulated. Like I said, like emotional intelligence is one of my like biggest things that I look for in relationships, just because I am such a big brain, deep thinker. I need somebody who can also like ponder life with me, because I do have some big hard-hitting questions of like, what do you think happens after we die? And like stuff like that, like I just want to get your perspective and like just hear your opinion, because it could be completely different from what I think, but your opinion isn't wrong, neither is mine, nobody fucking knows.
Yeah.
So, but also aside from that, I would say dominance. I definitely am somebody. In my last relationships, I feel like when I wasn't feeling like seen and heard, or they weren't pursuing me in the way that I want, like I'm very easily to fall into my masculine energy. So like I can provide for myself. I can take care of myself. I can be like, all right, these are the plans. This is what we're doing. I'm protecting my girls. But I haven't had a space where I can like really fall into my feminine and just like be and receive and be like, oh my God, what do you need? And like, make you dinner and like all that, like I do, and I think that is like a hand in hand. That's also another question that I have for you is like, what's your expectations in relationships for like the roles? Like, what do you see as like being a husband and wife, like how that dynamic would work?
Good question.
Or boyfriend, girlfriend, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't like on us. I don't know why, but you know what I mean.
I grew up in a household where my dad worked full time and my mom also worked full time.
Okay.
But she had a unique job where she worked from home every day of the week.
Mm-hmm.
So she was there all the time. And I think it was more traditional with them where, my dad left, went to work every day. And my mom was very much more the caretaker, would cook dinner every night. And I think for me, I don't like to go into a relationship and decide that prior. Like we could talk through it. That's something that can be decided on. Like if you have a career and you're passionate about something and want to work, I would never say don't do that. But at the same time, I think there's so much value in having a mother in your life. Like I found it. And growing up with someone at the house who's nurturing and caring for you and being that feminine energy in your life. Mm-hmm. So I was super blessed to have both like the masculine, the feminine. And I would say I'm big on that. Like you described, you're looking for someone who's masculine. Like I would describe myself as a masculine, decision maker. But and I love feminine energy around me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no, I
That's
love
good,
that.
too.
Like I just want to be able to feel like you can, like if I'm having a bad day, like I can shut my brain off and like, okay, you can take care of it. Like you can answer all my questions. You know what I like, you know what I don't like
Yeah.
lead and figure it out in that sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But also like if you were in that position, you're like, hey, I've had I'm checked out from this week.
Yeah.
Like I would also step up and like,
Yeah.
you know, take that role for you, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. I would say more traditional, I guess, to answer your question and a
Yeah.
baseline. But
Yeah. I do like that. Does it intimidate you if the woman makes more money?
no. More money for us.
Yeah, I mean, not true.
This is a we thing. We make
Yeah, I
money
am
together.
trying to build an empire. So
Good.
as long as you're
Okay.
comfortable, like I just, yeah.
Queen. Okay. Good. No, it doesn't intimidate me. It will inspire me actually, probably,
Yeah.
to try to make more.
Yeah. I mean, let's compete. Do you tend to date partners that are hotter or less attractive than you?
Such an interesting question. I've never thought about it. I mean, I guess I think I've dated beautiful women, so they're probably more attractive than me.
Yeah.
I guess, but that's all in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah.
So when I was out with them, usually they would compliment them and not me. So
Yeah.
that tells me anything, which is great. So I don't know. I'm sure it'd be better to ask other people than me.
Okay, well,
this question.
give yourself some more grades. You're cute, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I appreciate it. I think, I appreciate beauty. I think my ex-girlfriends were probably hotter than me, but that's okay.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're aspiring to be better.
Uh-huh.
We're getting hotter every year too.
Good.
So I was hotter than
Yeah.
I was hotter. I'm hotter now than I was when I dated them.
Yeah, I
Don't tell
hope
them
you're
that.
the
Amen,
hottest
brother.
right now.
What about you?
If you guys looked at my
Pigs,
dating
pigs.
pool, I would say, I mean, I'm a good mix, but I would say maybe less attractive just because a lot of people see me and they profile me as like, oh my God, you're so beautiful. Like, I'm sure like you would never talk to me or like you were only into like big, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm like really, like I said, I'm a little weird. So like I definitely prioritize personality over anything because like your looks can fade within a year. You could go bald next year and I wouldn't even know.
Settle down now. Settle down. We said we're going gray first, then
Yeah,
bald.
salt and pepper, not.
Silver fox. Come on.
I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, but I don't know. I'm definitely more of like a personality-based girl. Like I'm very much like pride myself on connections and just seeing like if I can connect with you. And like honestly, even if he's like a 6 out of 10, like he is like bumped up to like an 8 or 9. Like if you can hold a conversation with me, if you can banter, if you have things that you're passionate about, and like there is a certain level of attraction. Obviously, I'm not gonna, you know what I mean, but. I don't know. I give everybody a chance. I think that it's fair. But I have learned that the ugly ones will dump you on the fucking sidewalks and the pretty ones will also dump you in Paris. So, like, I'd rather be in Paris than the sidewalk. But, like, personally, I don't know. I'm just trying to see what I can get.
Damn. Okay.
So, to give some
Noted. Yeah, me.
perspective.
Okay. How would you feel if a date told you they cheated on their last partner?
Oh, not great. That's
I'd be concerned for like,
I would definitely be concerned. I mean, cheating is just, it's non-negotiable for me because if you're in a loving, committed relationship and if you feel like you get to the point where you need to seek validation from other women to boost up your ego essentially, because that's what I feel like is like cheating is just like people who don't feel like you typically, I mean, it can be man or woman, like you don't feel secure enough in yourself. Like let's say we go out and your partner gets a lot more attention. Like let's say like you and I are in a couple and we're hanging out and like, cause I've had this happen to me. I've been like with my boyfriend and had like arm in arm and had somebody come up to me and be like, what are you doing with him? Like, let's go get a drink. And I was like, no, but also like the disrespect is crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, cheating through and through is an absolute no for me because I just think that if you feel like you're getting to that point, then you obviously need to have a mature conversation and be like, hey, I don't really think that this relationship is working, or like you're lacking this and I need more of this from you. Because I think that it is hard conversations to have, but that's the most important thing in a relationship, is to be able to be vulnerable and being like, you're not giving me this you did in the beginning. Because like also when you are in a long-term relationship, like it's really easy to get caught up in each other and like the fun. And then once the honeymoon phase kind of out, like you still have to find ways to make it romantic and like find new ways to spark up that love.
Mhm.
So I just think
what
that
do you
it's-
consider cheating in a relationship? Like, how would you
I feel like,
draw the line?
I mean, obviously there's the obvious ones in cheating, but I really feel like it's if you feel like you have to hide anything from your partner, like if you're doing something that you kind of know that you shouldn't be, or that like if your partner asks you about it and you're like, and like you gotta hide it, or like delete text messages, or like, oh shit, I shouldn't have been doing that. Like any point of like where you internally are like not feeling super confident and being like, oh, I should not have done that, is in my mind a sense of cheating. Because if you already feel like you know that you shouldn't be doing that behavior, then what are you doing?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I guess
Agreed.
that's my answer on that.
Good.
What about you?
What do I consider cheating? Or
Yeah.
if someone told me if a partner, I guess I'll answer the first one. If someone told me they cheated on their last partner, that would probably be a non-negotiable for me. I think that I would hear them. To me, it's touches close to home. So I don't.
Have you been cheated on?
I haven't
Yes.
personally,
Okay.
no, but it's without going into too much detail, I've been in so cheating to me is not okay. Just be honest with your partner.
Yeah.
And that's easier said than done. Once you get into marriage, I get it. Like it can be very I don't know. Our parents are people too. Like you kind of look
Yeah.
up to them, like they can do no wrong. They're superheroes, but they make mistakes. But cheating is not okay in any sense. So yeah, for me, cheating though, like how I would define, I guess, is just a break of trust.
Mhm.
Usually like a physical or even emotional intimacy with someone else.
Yeah.
To me is cheating. Like you don't have to
Yeah,
hook
I
up with
agree.
them.
And I feel like
if you're-
emotional intimacy, like emotional cheating happens more or less now in our day and age than like anything.
Yeah.
Because like, I mean, if you sleep with somebody, it's sayonara, bye.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, also emotional cheating is just as hard, but it's like, why? You know,
Yeah.
it's like, that's a conversation that we could have had that you just aren't willing to communicate with me, that obviously like
Right.
we have some problems that we can talk about.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Communication at the end of the day is like the star that I feel like solves all of the problems, because if you can talk to me and I can talk to you about how we're feeling, even our insecurities, and have the hard conversations, then I feel like that's avoidable. And like also if you're a loyal human being and like dedicated to the partner that you want to like grow with and like have kids with and like be like, you know, it's life.
Don't cheat.
Yeah. Hell no. No cheaters. All right. Do you tend to be more or less adventurous in the bedroom than past partners?
Hmm.
Lay it on me. Take a sip for this one.
No. I mean, this is a bad answer. I think we're equal. Like I'm a very
Boo.
Are you
Uh,
vanilla?
Sorry.
Are you vanilla?
Hey, I'm not supposed to say that. My bad. You keep going.
No. Let me change my answer. You fucking peanut gallery over here. All right.
More or less adventurous. I
More-
mean, how much are you?
More or less adventurous.
Yeah.
More obviously. Fuck.
Is it?
No, I'm like I was gonna say, I'm open to communication. Like if there's something that turns you on or that you're into, I'm almost always down. I mean, I guess there's limits to it, but
But what's your? I'm about to dive into
You're gonna
these
go hard?
questions. I got
All right.
reel it in for a second.
no, I mean, I'm like, I guess I try to be a pleaser. So like if there's something that you like, I also bring things to the table. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, that's what I want to hear. So what
yeah.
do we got? No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, where do I begin? No, I love like being intimate with someone and communicating about it. So it's there's not much that's off the table for me. I'm pretty adventurous. Like I've, I won't go into detail.
Been around the block a couple times. Yeah.
Get your reps in. No, it's yeah. I love sex. I'm down. I'm down.
Me too.
Can I spell this out for you?
Yeah.
Close your ears, Mom. Come on now. Jesus. What about you? More or less?
I would say more. I'm definitely open to exploring a lot of different things. Like I don't know. I cannot do vanilla. I think that shit is so boring and so not fun. Like I think that the longer you're with your partner and you guys get comfortable in what you're doing, like you have to kind of bring in more things to like spice it up a little bit and have some more fun with each other. Like go out of your comfort zone. Don't piss on me. Don't do anything crazy.
Yeah.
Like
keep it
I don't know.
relatively clean.
Yeah, please. But I would say yeah, I'm definitely more adventurous. I like to try new things.
Yeah.
So you never know.
Yeah.
So
Don't knock it till you try it.
yeah, exactly.
Deal.
Perfect. Guys, thank you so much. That was beautiful blind date, beautiful couple, possibly. I don't know. We don't know. We're not saying anything.
I feel like we got a lot of alignment, and you know, I could see this going somewhere.
Yeah.
What about you?
Hey, I can see this going somewhere. This is a great day.
Got the
A lot of
stamp of
chemistry in
approval.
the air. A lot of
Yes.
romantic feelings.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yes, unless
Cut the
I don't know if you guys have any closing remarks, but we will end it
Oh,
there.
you feel the heat from the candle.
Dessert. More. Let me turn this around.
Another one.
Post drinks.
Do you have anything you want to ask? Does anybody want to add anything? Elise?
Do you have pets?
Okay. She will ask this. We're animal lovers. We are very big animal
I
lovers.
have no pets, but
okay, well, I have two.
I love animals, so that's not a,
Are you
that's
allergic
not.
to like animals?
I'm allergic to nothing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Are leashes just for animals, or are they?
I mean, I bark. I don't know.
I have toys. They're not for the puppy.
Anyway, guys, all right, we're gonna do some exit interviews real quick, and then we'll all
Okay.
get on our way here. But
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Love
I
it. That was
appreciate
fun.
it.
Yeah,
That was
thank
Thanks,
you.
guys.
Like and subscribe if you enjoyed
Amazing.
that.
Oh, so good. I think it went really well. I think I said it on the podcast. Like you get very introspective with a lot of these questions, and they're questions you don't get asked a lot. So she gave great answers. I felt like I was honest and genuine in what I said. So I think there was good chemistry there. Yeah.
I feel like it went really well, honestly. I really liked that he could hold conversation. I feel like we were kind of similar. I don't know. I liked his energy. I liked his vibe. So I feel like it went well.
My attraction level for Kailey now is high, definitely. I think we would have a great second date if we wanted to pursue it. So
Now that the date is over, my attraction level to Jack is very much more than what it was. I think that his personality and his brain and the way that he speaks is very, like, it brought a lot of, like, oh my God, I don't have the word. Yeah, I like him. I don't know what to say.
yeah, I'd go on another date with her. I got more questions. I think she probably embodied some of the qualities that I was looking for, and I felt good. I felt comfortable. Felt like I could be myself, and that's a good first step.
I do see myself going on a second date with Jack. I think that he is a very like open, well-rounded person. I would like to get to know him more and just feel the vibes and see, you know, maybe it'll be friendship, maybe it'll be more. We don't know. I'll see. So, I don't know. I have to get to know him more to figure that out. But I'm definitely open to seeing him again. So, yeah.